it's starting. Now it's started. Okay. So what is up, guys? It is Take a Look here in WWE Super. Yeah. If you guys can see that. Apparently, Sheamus has just beat Reigns, which we can only hope happened in real WWE. We are here to talk about that, in fact, with my boy Long Dick Sham and Money in the Bank and the aftermath. Not so much a Raw review just yet. We're going to leave that for a separate video, which you guys will probably be seeing early tomorrow morning because it's been a hectic few days. I've got a new PC that's meant to have 16 gigabytes of RAM and all this fucking high-powered shit, but it's turning out to be fucked. I don't trust eBay computers. Fucking, I don't know. Yeah, so we're here to talk about WWE Money in the Bank 2016, as well as the aftermath of Roman Reigns. We're going to briefly talk about Roman Reigns, the big Samoan bulldozer. Oh my God. Roman Reigns has been suspended. Thank God. No Roman Reigns in 30 days, but do you know what? I am going to list some very controversial opinions in this review, so hopefully you guys can stick with me. We're not going to focus too much on the pre-show matches. We will just kind of breeze through them. Speaking of breeze, we're going to go straight on to the first match of the evening. We do have notes for those of you that continuously ask. Yes, we do have notes in front of us just to remind us of the action, considering that, you know, the event did fit fucking what? When did the event actually finish? Like 4:30? Yeah, 4:30. It finished a lot later than your normal WWE event. Like, they're normally about 3 hours. This one's like 3 hours and a half. Yeah. Like, and you fucking fell asleep like during the WWE time match. I literally see Roman Reigns put this guy to sleep, and this guy has seizures, so he could have a seizure when he's asleep. If he has a seizure when he's asleep, he's dead. Roman Reigns could have killed him. That's how bad it is. Maybe that's why they suspended him. But no, we're going to start off with the first Money in the Bank kickoff match. So we had Golden Truth Breeze Dango, and I didn't see this. I don't know, did you watch? So, but basically, fucking bullshit. The skin turn or some bullshit like that. I don't fucking Goldust trapped them in a sunbed or bullshit like that. Apparently, attempted murder in WWE. You know, I suppose if it was okay, then, you know, then I was fair enough. It's not that hard, I suppose, to see where they're trying to come. I mean, they're trying to give the Golden Truth a bit of mad, but it's a bit too late now. Yeah. But I don't mind Goldust. I don't mind. Well, actually, I don't really care about R-Truth, but I like Goldust, so it is what it is. The Dudley Boys lost to they lost to the Lucha Dragons, and I don't know. Kalisto just seems like he's taken a step back since the United States title win and loss and all that kind of palaver. Actually, let me ask you something. Do you think Kalisto is better off as a tag team wrestler, or do you think he's better off as a singles wrestler? And before you answer, to that effect, not necessarily how much did you enjoy Kalisto as a singles wrestler, but you know how Rey Mysterio was. Do you think basically that he has enough skill and enough star power, like, to be the next Rey Mysterio, like they want him to be, or do you reckon he will just fall short?
I think he was short.
But basically, because they've always wanted these guys to be like the next, you know, the next Spanish Latino kind of Mexican. You know, they tried it with Del Rio. Do you remember when he turned face by saving Ricardo Rodriguez?
Yes. And
that fucked up badly. Look at the face.
Freaking became a little bit boring.
Yeah. I was happy to see him back when he won the United States title. Since then, that League of Nations was
terrible.
League of Nations was terrible. But anyway, up next, we actually first match of the night. We have the New Day, Enzo versus Enzo Amore, and Big Cass versus the Club. Oh, I still can't believe they call them the Club. Versus the Raw Villains in a fatal four-way tag team match. This match wasn't exactly as good as I could actually think it would be. The New Day ended with their tag team finisher. I'm not exactly sure what they call it. They did end with that, and it was a good match, but there were so many fucked up spots, and one in particular. Do you remember when Luke Gallows was just standing there and watching fucking Carl Anderson, I think it was, just get the finish? Why the fuck was he just standing there? Why didn't he? I mean, obviously, you know that they were told before the end of the match. Obviously, that's how they wanted it to end. You know, obviously they were all. It's scripted. We know that, but don't just stand there and look like a mug. What did you think? I thought he turned back into Festus for a minute or something. Like, what the? What the fuck was going on? Like, he
just felt like he didn't fucking bother to like. Become a tag team. I think he needed to go toilet to finish the match.
He needed to go piss, so he let his fucking friend partner Carl Anderson get mugged off. The New Day win. I suppose it didn't make a lot of sense at the time, but given what we see a couple of hours later with Bray Wyatt and all that, maybe it would make a bit of sense. We'll talk about that more in the actual Raw review. Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler was up next. Also, briefly before we go into that, Enzo probably going to feud with the Wolf Villains now because they still got the whole injury storyline going on. Do you actually think? I mean, Enzo and Cass, you know, they're over, but the Wolf Villains, do you actually think they can be anything? Because I reckon they're quite good at playing the bad guys, but it's whether people will think, oh, they can't even win a match, or, you know, whether they just become like a jobber pussy type team, basically. Like, because they are good at playing bad guys. They're never going to be WWE champion, right? You know, they're never actually going to win the World Heavyweight title. Yeah. But, you know, what do you reckon of them? Like, do they annoy you? You know, when they come out, okay, how you feel about Del Rio? Like, you don't even care. You don't even give a shit. Right, he's boring. But the Vaudevillains, do you think they're boring, or do they actually annoy you to be there? Like, does it, like, you know, do you think, oh, fuck, not them, or do you not really care?
Don't really care.
See, this guy don't like the Vaudevillains. He thinks they're boring, but I don't know. I think they got some novelty. I like the way that they fucking are old-fashioned and all that, but this guy don't like that. He thinks their song is gay and they come out and all that. Don't you even like their entrance?
The entrance, I like the entrance.
Yeah, okay. So, Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. And actually, before we even get into this, you even said in the tag team match before this one that the club would win the titles.
Yes. And
now you said Dolph Ziggler would win this match. Yes. Before we even get into it, why the fuck did you say that?
Thought that you would, because Baron Corbin already defeated him by what? How many times? About 2-1, what?
Yeah.
3-1, 4-1, 4-501, what?
Yeah, but it's Dolph Ziggler.
Well, I don't know. I just thought that he maybe win. Because how many times has Baron Corbin
yeah, but how many times has Jack Swagger lost to Rusev? And you wouldn't fucking think Jack Swagger could beat Rusev, did you?
Yeah, true.
What possessed you, man? Like, tell the audience. I want to know. What the hell possessed you to go with Baron Corbin?
Me, I just thought, yeah.
Go with Ziggler, rather.
Baron Corbin, like, defeated him about 3-1, like, 3-4 times, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously he's going to do it again.
Yeah, I didn't know. Maybe I was just sticking with Dolph Ziggler. Maybe he would have gave a chance for.
Yeah, but this fucking feud with those two have gone on fucking.
It has to be finished now.
Yeah, it's how long has it been, bro? This guy won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal in April. Yeah, actually the beginning of April, actually like 4th of April, the night after WrestleMania, he faced Dolph Ziggler for the first time. Since the 4th of April, it's now the 20th of June. 21st today, actually, but yeah.
So how many pay-per-views have they been?
It's not even about pay-per-views, bro. These guys have faced each other on Raw fucking countless times. It's over now. It's got to be over. And Baron Corbin won this one with the End of Days, which to me personally is the only impressive thing about Baron Corbin. This guy, he thinks he's Kane coming out with red lighting or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing, but, you know, nonetheless, Baron Corbin wins with the End of Days. And one thing I will say, Baron Corbin, whatever the fuck you want to call it, we know you're a boxer, man, but you can do more than punch. Next, we had Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Becky Lynch and Natalya. We both had Becky Lynch and Natalya to win this, which is not the way it went. I don't know about you, but for me, Dana Brooke was really exposed in this match. She can't really wrestle. And I know we said we wouldn't turn this into a Raw review, but she kind of fucked it up. You know, she kind of fucked it up fucking putting Charlotte's foot on the rope on Raw, like the day after this. This girl is clearly out of her depth. She has no idea what she's doing. Emma was injured. So, you know, Dana Brooke was called up to be with Emma. And then Emma was injured. And then she just latched onto Charlotte. The only thing I will say, actually, if Charlotte has dumped Ric Flair, I like the way she's now finishing matches with natural selection instead of the figure eight. But if she's dumped Ric Flair, why is she still using like basically his theme song and coming out in the... I don't know. But, yeah, basically, this one ends when I didn't fucking Dana Brooke like push fucking Becky Lynch into Natalya, and then Charlotte hits natural selection or whatever, right? After the match, Natalya turns heel on Becky Lynch. Now, I'm biased because I like Becky Lynch a lot. I don't know whether it's because she's Irish. I don't know whether it's because it's the red hair. I don't know why, but my heart's broken. But take over for me. But basically, what do you think about Natalya turning heel? Like, what does that say to you? I'm biased, so I can't really say. I'm annoyed by it, but what do you think?
Well, I just feel it was an accident. It wasn't Becky.
Yeah,
Becky's.
Forget the motive. Yeah, but what do you actually think now that Natalya is a heel? Where do you think she goes from here? Forget feeling sorry for Becky Lynch and forget the explanation that you were trying to give. Yeah, it's an accident, blah, blah, blah. What do you actually think about her being heel? Where can she go from here? What's she going to do?
Says it's going to be beefing up with Becky Lynch.
Yeah,
it's the next pay-per-view.
It is what it is. I know, again, we ain't going to turn this into a Raw review, but we are going to, with snippets, and say the night after, Sasha Banks returned to seemingly start a feud with Charlotte. So obviously Natalya isn't going to try and go after the belt. So this new heel character could be see what goes on. All I know is that Becky Lynch is too talented for this, needs to start wins under her belt. So at this point, the predictions are 2-1. So next match, we have Sheamus versus Apollo Crews. In the end, Apollo Crews wins with a roll-up after Sheamus attacked him before the bell rings. Now, I get that, and I know I'm skimming through this and not actually saying like what happened and all this, but to me, Sheamus matches are just boring, and like, you know, Crews did do a few of his athletic moves, but here's the thing. Before we even get into this, what the fuck is it saying about Sheamus if he mugs the guy from behind, yeah, fucking fucks him up and can't even win in a match and then gets beat with a roll-up? Now, hear me out. This is a guy that was WWE champion last November. What the fuck is going on with Sheamus before we even get anywhere?
It just freaking became bare boring.
He's got absolutely no directions. League of Nations. Dude, literally, this guy, the only hope for Sheamus is that...
face.
No, he can't be... I don't know, he can't become fucking face.
And fucking change his
Pepsi,
hairstyle.
free advertisement.
Freaking change his hairstyle or something.
Again.
Please do. I'm just putting it out there. What the fuck is that?
No.
Get the other hairstyle back. It was much better. And what's this?
No, that's the only interesting thing about him. When he does that, ooh, oh, fella. But no. Does he even still do that?
No, he does. I don't think he does. He does the fella. Something like that.
No, but don't do that. He's like this. Whoa, he says that. He's like, blah, blah, fella. I swear he does.
I just enjoy that. Not his wrestling fights.
I haven't seen him do that in ages, but I will say this. And what does it say about Apollo Crews that he wins with a roll-up? I swear he's meant to be this big, strong, powerful guy. And he wins with a fucking roll-up. And actually, before we move on, one more question. Yes. Why the fuck, again, did you go with Sheamus to win this match? Have you got something against NXT Superstars or something? Don't you rate NXT Superstars or something like that?
I do.
Then why the fuck did you put Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews to lose? Which, at the end of this video, we're going to tell them what you have to do because you lost the forfeit. But, and again, We move on to AJ Styles versus John Cena, which was a brilliant match. Forward, loads of false finishes. AJ Styles really did prove that he can hang with the arguably who's still, especially with Roman Reigns' suspension, the face of the company. AJ wins after loads of false finishes. The club comes down to the ring after the referee gets knocked out. You know, I think the referee get knocked out because Styles banged into him when he fucking almost did an attitude adjustment. Cena almost did an attitude adjustment on Styles. He knocks down the referee. The club comes down and hits Cena with the magic killer. They put AJ on Cena, and that is obviously. What did you say this was for? I'll let you field this one. What's going to happen?
It's a lucky win. John Cena should have won that match.
Obviously, right? You would say that. This guy still believes wrestling's real. I'm telling you. Don't go with the logic. What did you say to me earlier on? Why did this happen? So there can be, what, another 2 matches?
Yeah.
So fill us in.
I said there will be 2 more matches. Battleground, I say John Cena would win.
Right.
To make it 1-1. And I think another one, I say John Cena to win it again.
So you think John Cena's going to bury AJ Styles?
Yes.
You went with Cena in this match.
Yes.
Why? What is wrong with you not liking the new guys? Apollo Crews, Corbin, and Styles. Why? Actually, you would have won your bet. You would have won money if you went to Styles. Actually, no, you wouldn't have done because you didn't predict Rollins. But
yeah,
thus far, you're 4-1 down in the predictions. There's no way you're coming back from this. The only thing I will say is it made Styles look a bit as fuck, especially considering the promo he cut the next night on Raw. But as I said, we won't go too much into Raw. We'll review that tomorrow morning and we'll go from there. So yeah, pretty much Styles needs to prove he's a big man, which is ironically exactly what I said he shouldn't be trying to do.
If he can wrestle by himself.
Yeah, but do you remember last week when, like, I said the Cena promo was basically trying, you know, when he offered him the contract?
Yes.
The 2 different contracts, one with the club, one without the club. He was trying to say to Styles, prove you're the big man, prove you're this, prove you're that. That's what WWE wanted to send a message.
Yes.
WWE wanted to send the message that AJ Styles is not a big man. And now they're continuing to do that. But ironically enough, that's exactly what he has to do to prove, you know, at least to the casual viewer, that he's not a flash in the pan. Because, you know, I know you're going to get crucified for this, but where did you know AJ Styles from before? You know,
from TNA.
You knew him from TNA, but you didn't. Did you actually? You know, when he left TNA, did you actually see any of his work in New Japan Pro Wrestling? See, but then you didn't see him in Japan at all.
No.
Not even one match.
No.
Not even with the original Black Bullet Club, like with the Young Bucks, Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, all of these people.
No.
You know, because Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, they were in New Japan.
Yeah.
You didn't see him in New Japan once.
No.
Then I would say to you, you've not seen the best of AJ Styles. He was sick in TNA as well, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but I would say you've not seen the best of AJ Styles yet in WWE. Hopefully this feud with Cena will bring the best out. Now, the Money in the Bank ladder match, it's, even with our notes, it is too much to cut down. It is crazy how WWE continuously seem to bypass Kevin Owens without giving him the rub of the green. And again, I keep saying this, not going to go too deep into Raw, but they constantly have him now feuding with Sami Zayn again.
I knew that.
Why don't they just become a tag team and get it over with? Do you ever see like a boy and a girl that hate each other so much, and then by the end of the movie, somehow they end up in love?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like with those two brothers. They just
Go back about 6-7 months, they will argue out. Oh, please forgive me.
I'd actually love to see them as a tag team. But no, Ambrose wins the Money in the Bank. I know it's a bit of a short fucking, a bit of a short thing, but Kevin Owens was the last one on the ladder before Ambrose won. Before we even get started, what do you think about the Ambrose victory?
I knew it. I already knew that Ambrose would win.
I actually thought they would give him Money in the Bank, but they wouldn't be silly enough to have him cash it in. They wouldn't be stupid enough to have him cash it in that same night. But I was admittedly wrong.
So what is it? 4-2 in the bet?
Well, no, still keep 4-1 because I did say Ambrose as well. I just didn't say that he would cash in that night. But I'll give you 2 extra points for seeing that he would cash it in. So you get 2 points. So it's 4-3. But Rusev versus Titus O'Neil. Rusev wins, and Titus kind of kissed his own son on the lips. That is that. No. Let's just skip past that. Lana looked hot. Rusev looked dominant. That is it. Now I'm gonna have to field this one pretty much by myself now, thanks to you, because you fell asleep during this match. And I'll give Roman Reigns his due and say that, you know, he is a decent wrestler. The people that chant "you can't wrestle," that's a bit silly. There used to be a man that used to be in WWE that's soon to be fighting in the UFC. He used to call himself best in the world, right? The best in the world. If he wants to call him, if he comes back to WWE ever again and he wants to call himself the best in the world, he has to go through Seth Rollins. You watched the match, the bit of the match you missed on the network earlier on today when you wanted a refresher. Tell me that counter into a spear into a pedigree was not one of the best fucking things you've seen. In slow motion, it looks easy, but you forget Roman was running at him like fuck. It was absolutely beautiful. I would even go as far as to say the Seth Rollins that got injured and now the Seth Rollins that came back is better than the one that got injured. Like, he wrestles better, he moves faster. He was always pretty damn fast, but I think he's incredible. I really do believe, in terms of a pure wrestling product and an enjoyable match, how good of a match did you think it was?
I see it was a brilliant match.
And how much of that do you reckon was down to Seth Rollins?
Like 80%.
Seth Rollins carries the match, and Roman Reigns was probably on drugs, as we discovered tonight.
Yep.
Seth wins the bloody title, which was absolutely
brilliant,
mental, crazy shit. Rollins is the best wrestler in the world. However, we're not going to stick much with that because Rollins hits the pedigree and then he hits it again when Roman kicks out. After that, here's what you said. Dean Ambrose cashes in and wins the matchup. Now, before we even get started, Ambrose wins with the dirty deeds, right? Roman was made to look strong because he had Seth down for a 3 count at some point after the spear when the referee was down. Seth won clean. He didn't cheat, so that makes him look strong as fuck. The only thing I would say, and this is where it gets controversial, I would say the only one that looked weak is Dean Ambrose because he attacked Seth from behind with the briefcase. Admittedly, he did warn everybody that he would cash in, which is why I feel like I was stupid enough not to see it. But I think it's too soon. You know, back in 2010 when they had Kane cash in on the same night, I was thrilled because I couldn't wait to see Kane as champion again. But that was because you had the Money in the Bank on Raw. You know, there was two back then. Now there's only one, and it's gone. For the rest of the year, we ain't gonna get no fucking surprise of the Money in the Bank. Now, consider this: whoever Money in the Bank is a year away, basically. Whoever wins the Money in the Bank next year, probably Kevin Owens, isn't going to cash in that exact same night again. So we may well have to wait till some point in 2018 to see our next Money in the Bank cash in.
Yeah.
I think they rushed it. what's your opinion? Do you think they played it perfectly for the Shield triple threat, or do you think they could have got there some place? You know,
Just felt like they just wanted a triple threat Shield match.
but did they need Ambrose as champion,
Not yet.
or was there another way to get there?
Another way to get the surprise.
For me, what they should have done is have Ambrose try and cash in, the bell not ring yet, but because Roman's pissed, have him try and spear Seth Rollins, miss, and accidentally spear Dean Ambrose. Right? Not that, keep in mind, the match hasn't started yet. Seth can run away with the title, but now Ambrose is pissed at Roman because Roman cost him the chance to cash in, and Seth ran away, and, you know, Roman's obviously pissed at Seth. That way you get your Shield triple threat, and you get to continue the surprise of having the Money in the Bank at some point, right?
True.
But it is what it is. Now, before we end this review, Ambrose as WWE World Heavyweight Champion, can it last? How does it last if it can? And if it doesn't, how will it fuck up? What do you think? Do you think it will last?
Nah, I feel like 2 pay-per-views.
So
That's it.
Why do you say that? Like, why haven't you got faith in Ambrose?
I would just say, okay, on a triple threat match, yeah. I'm just thinking, yeah. Dean Ambrose, okay, it's his first title match defense. He should like retain it. And the second one, I'm guessing if there's another triple threat match, maybe, I think he won't retain it. I think Seth.
Keep in mind, at some point, we got a returning Brock Lesnar to factor into all this. And because of the amount of money that WWE paid Brock Lesnar, let's assume as well Lesnar wins at UFC 200. He's a fucking big man. If he wins a real fight, they're going to fucking want to put the championship on him. There's no way that Lesnar can win at UFC 200 if he does, and then lose his next WWE match. It's not going to happen.
Or maybe on Battleground, no one wins with Lesnar, just comes and attacks all 3 of them.
What, and you think they'll really do a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam?
Maybe have a good match.
There's still the Lesnar thing to factor in, but also what has it happened now? Roman Reigns has got suspended. That brings us on 1 minute. That brings us on to our next point. Roman Reigns, this pay-per-view is finished. 24 hours, 48 hours later, it was announced that Roman Reigns has been suspended for 30 days. What happens now? He will return, they say, 3 days before Battleground, but will Vince McMahon still trust Roman? Will Roman ever win the title? Well, not ever win the title again. Will he win the title again soon? Or do you think that slowly but surely we're beginning to see a babyface Seth Rollins and he will be the champion soon again?
I think for Roman Reigns, I think they won't allow him the title yet. So I'm just thinking that. Because I think he will have a feud with someone else.
Interesting point. Shit, there goes my tablet. But interesting point. Hope it ain't fucking broken.
But I'm just saying, on the fatal 4-way, if it goes to SummerSlam with the Shield and Lesnar doesn't win, maybe they'll have a feud again with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
So you think Lesnar and Reigns could be the SummerSlam match?
No, I'm saying a fatal 4-way in SummerSlam, and Seth Rollins wins the WWE champion. They maybe in the next one, maybe a feud comes with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Maybe something happens.
It's certainly a possibility. It's definitely going to be an interesting couple of months.
Because in the next one, if Dean Ambrose loses, it will be Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose as a rematch again. I'll say it will be a single match. It'll be great.
Oh god, you and your crazy. What the fuck are you? A fantasy booker now? All of a sudden,
Maybe.
Well, why don't you work for WWE then?
I will.
If we can go back in time, like Back to the Future or some bullshit like that, yeah, we can get working for WWE in 2014, and you could stop them from ending the streak. That's your first job. But no, in all seriousness, okay, down to business. Let's announce to the people what you're doing. So I owe you £1,
Yes.
which I'll give you. You should have made a bigger bet. But because you lost the predictions, I want you to look into the nice little camera over there. Right? Because you lost the predictions,
Yes.
this boy is going to eat a kangaroo burger.
No. In the one, I will eat an ostrich burger.
Oh my god.
Oh, I fucking will do for it. I'll be doing. I don't know if I will fucking do sick, but I will be a little bit ill because I had one ostrich burger and I fucking felt ill. I'll be a man and freaking have it. You will see me.
So tomorrow, live on YouTube at some point, if we all go from grill out or no, eat greedy 17, yeah, you're gonna get an ostrich burger and you're gonna munch it live on YouTube, and with only one drink.
Deal.
Don't say to me, deal. This already happened.
I promise you, you will see me eating an ostrich burger with one drink. Because I fucking need a drink. Because last time when I had it, I nearly done sick.
So you heard it here first, guys. Because this guy lost the prediction. Man, I'm so fucking. I'm happy that wasn't me, brother. Oh fuck. Okay, so explain one more time. What are you gonna do? Because you lost the predictions tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What time? What time? Well, it depends what time we'll keep an eye out. Tomorrow between the hours of 9 and 10. No, 8 and 10. At some point, Long Dick will eat a ostrich burger.
One drink.
With one drink. Yeah, saying that with one drink. And yeah, it'll be a live, unedited, unscripted video. So literally anything could happen, man. If this guy has a seizure while he's eating it, then I don't know what's gonna fucking happen. But we're gonna fucking stream that live for you guys. So he could have a seizure, he could fucking be sick on my fucking bed, he could do anything, man. It's all crazy. This guy is gonna eat an ostrich burger. Is that your final choice? You got a choice between dog?
No, I'll stick with ostrich.
Dog, ostrich, buffalo. All right, so he's gonna eat an ostrich burger tomorrow. Right, he's gonna eat an ostrich burger tomorrow because he lost the predictions. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time. Until when you see the Raw review tomorrow, we're out. Remember to tune in tomorrow to see this guy eat an ostrich burger with no drink. Look at his face. No, no drink.
Maybe.
No, you're allowed one drink, probably water.
Fine.
It can't be flavored.
Fine, water will be.
Oh my god.
I promise you, I will eat an ostrich burger with just one water bottle.
I am so fucking happy I didn't lose the predictions. Oh my fucking god.
Hopefully, the next pay-per-view, when we do it again, it's going to be you.
Well, yeah,
I will choose a kangaroo burger for you.
No, we'll decide the forfeit. We'll decide the forfeit. Like, oh, fuck me, man. Jesus Christ. Kangaroo fucking... Oh,
I tried the kangaroo, man. I freaking puked, man. Kangaroo.
Oh, shit. Well, anyway, for the last time, this time we really are out. This guy's going to eat an ostrich burger fucking tomorrow. I don't know. Make sure to tune in between the hours of 8 and 10 for that, because Just Eat is unreliable. Are you really going to do it?
Yeah. I promise you I will.
Oh, you sick bastard. Peace. Ostrich burger my ass. Really?
Yeah. I lost a bet. I promise, I will eat an ostrich burger. I'm no pussy.
No fucking speech.